Mr. Dhananjaya, every day we open the papers and this is the news. My reporters say this happened today, they went to Delhi, the other group went to Delhi. Then there are names, there was also a name of former Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, then he clarified. There is, of course, Sri Ramulu who's also jumped in and said, well, I can be the president if you want me to. Renukacharya saying, if you do this to Vijayendra, what about the Lingayats? Yatnal saying, no one cares about Yedurappa or Vijayendra. No, nothing will be impacted. I should be the president. Mr. Dhananjaya, if you look at it from one prism of serious political analysis, don't you think the Karnataka BJP is floundering terribly and not being able to do its job of an able and responsible opposition, sir? Please unmute yourself, sir.
Can you able to hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So I think you explained it very well. Today, to be honest with you, Karnataka state is missing the opposition party. In right word, if I want to say, there are a lot of problems faced by the people of Karnataka, whether it is a price hike, whether it is metro price hike, the middle class is suffering. The opposition party is supposed to be the voice of the public, but we are missing the opposition party in terms of taking the matters to the next level on protesting and then protecting the public voice in terms of all issues that are faced by the party. But what is the reason? Who should be the leader? See, this is a national party, which is a BJP, and it's supposed to be one of the party which claims to be disciplined. But looking at the current scenario, what's happening in Karnataka, it is becoming a questionable on the national leaders who are keeping silent. My only request to all the political leaders in the BJP at the national level is to look at the matter very seriously in the interest of Karnataka taxpayers and the followers of the party in the cadre as well. It is very, very unfortunate that, after last election, BJP still not able to find a ground in terms of finding a able leader
Yeah.
who can
Yeah.
bring the issues to the point.
Yeah. Bhaskar, let me come to you, Bhaskar. I know that you will say I'm not a soothsayer, journalists are not supposed to. But this story I have done week after week, at least twice or thrice. After a while, my team started saying, ma'am, today also. I said, but what to do? It doesn't resolve itself. It has to go on. It's becoming a perennial story. Bhaskar Hegde, the BJP, unlike the Congress, I'm going to stick my neck out, Bhaskar Hegde. The BJP was known to be very cut and dry. We are cadre based. We will do what is the need of the hour. We have to win elections come what may. 2028 is not far away. We have to start preparing now. What is it that is creating so much of a confusion? Is it that they are stuck between, two kind of boats? They do not know where to jump because they already were unfair within quotes to Yedurappa. Now, if they do that to Vijayendra, are they scared that they will lose whatever little ground that they have in Karnataka? And to quieten once and for all, why give notices after notices to Yatnal? Why can't they quieten Yatnal, who's going around, with his vitriolic kind of speeches against Vijayendra? What is going on, Bhaskar Hegde?
Sudha, if you think this is a recent issue, I beg to differ with you because Karnataka BJP is one which is basically but the trend going by the all India discipline of BJP, this and that, because Karnataka BJP has witnessed more intense fight between Anant Kumar, late Anant Kumar and Yedurappa, and this has been going on for quite long time, almost 2 decades and over. Only thing is the actors are different. That's the first thing. Number two, the BJP, the problem with Karnataka BJP is it has inducted many money bags and industrialists and businessmen who brought in their interests, and as a result, they have created many more camps. Number two. Number three, Yatnal is not belong to any kind of camps, though he's Panchamsali Lingayat, and he's actually in that sense he's very rabble rouser, we can say, and he's a hardcore BJP man, even though he went out to JDS in the middle. But going by his attack on Congress and other parties, and particularly on this Waqf issue, so Congress will not touch him. So I think it looks like someone in the party high command who might be behind Yatnal to kind of rein in Vijayendra, so that Vijayendra should not cross the line, because there is a history for this.
Yeah.
Yediyurappa had crossed the line, and he virtually you know, and he took his men away from BJP and created Karnataka Janata Party, KJP in 2013. As a result, BJP had to face a very humiliating defeat in 2013. So they don't want Vijayendra to dominate and blackmail the party in that way. It looks like the one, of course, this infighting is very intense and long history, number one. Number two, there are many money bags have joined this infighting. Number three, Vijayendra is too young to handle very seniors.
All right. Oh, Professor Chambi Puranik, you know, in the past, whenever you have joined us on this debate, you have said this Yatnal is a motor mouth. He is a rabble-rouser, much like what Bhaskar just now said. My question to you, and very straight question to you, Professor Puranik, why don't they just ask him to sit down for some time and say, keep quiet or else? Something is there which makes Yatnal come up like a jack in the box again and again and make all kinds of comments. He's inefficient, he's privileged, dynastic politics, he cannot even, he's, you know, he does this, he does that. You know, the thing is, he went against his father. Look at his father. What is going on, Professor Chambi Puranik? I mean, I know maybe like Bhaskar said, there is a history. But the point is that the BJP also evolves, no? It is not the same party which started in the 80s. It is constantly, you know, evolving. It's constantly experimenting with itself. There is something more than meets the eye, Professor Puranik.
So I endorse the views of not only you, you have raised very pertinent questions, which Hegde has clarified that there is a history for this. And Mr. Dhananjaya, my friend, has also said that it's unfortunate that BJP having such kind of infighting and all that. But all said and done, this is only a storm over teacup. Now, I must say that there is someone, I agree with you, in the High Command, or one of the top persons in the High Command who is, supporting Mr. Yatnal. Otherwise, Mr. Yatnal wouldn't have taken this kind of defiant stand. You know, you see, he's not only is bringing bad name to BJP, but also showing that is the tirade against Viajyendra and also Mr. Yediyurappa, which is uncalled for. You know, I think it's a kind of damage that he has done. But this damage is temporary one, because see, BJP to revive and to face elections in 2028 or a bit earlier, if something happens within the Congress, which is likely, I mean, it looks like that. So in that context, who is there to take care of the BJP party? It's not that Mr. Hegde mentioned about money bags and all that supporting. That is different. But the image, the kind of leadership that's required, and that leadership, perhaps, you know, no one has got it. Yatnal is a regional district leader to one or two districts. Ramesh Jarkiwali or Limbawali. You take any name, any person in the dissidents group, they are all, most of them are defeated or they have been denied tickets for various reasons. So to attribute all this against Mr. Viajyendra, though Viajyendra is over ambitious, he has certain kind of allegations against him. When his father was chief minister, he was almost behaving like a shadow chief minister. It's also there. But now BJP is a very strong party. After Delhi election, the kind of notices that BJP High Command has given to two of their top functionaries in other states, and also asking them to keep quiet, not to speak against the chief minister or the leader of the party in different states. That itself shows there is something that BJP is waiting to issue notice.
That's the mystery. That's the mystery. And it deepens, you know, Mr. Dhananjaya, I want you to come in, Mr. Dhananjaya. You know, every day it looks that, you know, the wind is blowing this way, then it looks the wind is blowing that way, then the wind is blowing on all of us journalists, is what one feels. Because the meeting in Delhi, he meets, then they meet. They are doing, you know, they are at Somanna's house because there is a Greh Pravesh or housewarming party. They are waiting, then they go and meet. I am asking you, Mr. Dhananjaya, if you had to guess, because I am hazarding a guess, that perhaps they will back Mr. Viajyendra in all this, But then the question remains then, like Bhaskar Hegde said, no one will touch Yatnal with a barge pole, particularly the Congress party. What happens then? Does Yatnal then go and float his own outfit? A lot of them have floated there. You know the history of Karnataka politics. But the point is that they have to, first they said 10th of February, 10th came and went. Now they are saying 20th of February. I do not know whether it will become next year 10th of February, Mr. Dhananjaya.
No, I wanted to, just jump in there. I think it's a very interesting development that's happening, right? We have been observing these political party leaders, going and meeting, trying to meet the prime minister, trying to meet the party high commands and all, right? But ultimately, what matters for BJP to be in power is to ensure that whatever the central government projects and the schemes that Modi ji is trying to bring together, it has to reach the lowest level of the public. The elected representatives and the BJP, leaders should ensure that. But today, what is happening is because of these internal conflicts among the leaders, somewhere it is getting impacted, right? That messaging, has to be conveyed very strongly with all these leaders who are fighting for a position. We still have a long way to go. We have almost 2 more years to go for next election to come in, right? But the journey has to start today in terms of what the mistakes are being done by the state government and what are the positives of the central government. Those has to be passed on, and that ground level work need to be done by these leaders through their party
All
workers,
right.
right?
Okay.
So that is where exactly where we are missing the boat. We need a ship leader for sure,